Hi, Kim. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Linda. How are you?
I am fabulous, and I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today. I'm very excited actually to speak to you because if people don't know, you are an amazing astrologer. And I just wanted to invite you just to mention a little bit about who you are and what you do, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. So, so my name's Kim, and I've been doing astrology for over 25 years professionally, but I've been fascinated by astrology right from when I was a kid. So it's always something I've lived with and practiced and, just had with me the whole time. I have a website called Pandora's Moon, and I I love to teach people, connect with people, and just share astrological wisdom, I guess, because there's it's just such a great tool for people to use.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I love reading your Pandora scopes. I find them really, really very, very on point. And I appreciate you taking the time to have a chat. And the reason I wanted to chat to you, and in case anyone doesn't know who I am, I'm Gypsy Min, Linda or Min, people call me. And I've got some interesting and exciting things happening coming up in August. The amazing Abundance Accelerators kicking off again on the 8th of August. And we have an exciting workshop, the Lionsgate Portal 8-8 workshop on the portal preparation workshop on the 7th of August. And so I wanted to just chat to you because there's a lot of talk and sometimes confusion around astrology and how we can work with the energies of these astrological events. So would you be able to explain to the listeners exactly what the 8-8 Lionsgate portal is all about, if that's okay?
Yeah. So the Lionsgate portal came about, I guess, when the star Sirius lined up with the sun and the earth, and the Nile in Egypt would flood. And when the river flooded, it would water all the crops. And then, of course, the crops would grow and um, everyone would be abundant. So there's the energy of abundance with that. It's um, also related to becoming a portal where beings from Sirius would come down and could affect those on Earth as well. So there's two parts to it. There's an abundance part, and there's also like that spiritual connection. And I think what you're going to do in your course is you're going to connect the two so that you've got the abundance, but you need to have the spiritual wisdom to be able to focus and be in alignment, I guess, with those things.
That's a brilliant explanation, and that really helps me understand because you hear a lot of things and you often don't really know the history or how they came about,
Mm.
um, and so really the workshop that's on the 7th of August, the Lionsgate Portal
Hmm.
workshop, we're going to be doing some meditation. We're going to be manifesting and using tarot to work with the energies. We're
Mm.
having that on the 7th. Will we still be feeling those energies as we're preparing for the portal on the 8th?
Yes. So um, history has it that it's not just the one day that from today, actually, the energies
Right.
start to build. So we've really got a couple of weeks where we're kind of preparing, and then the culmination is on the 8th. I guess a bit like a wedding where you're getting everything
Yes,
everything
ready.
organized, and then you get the big day. So
That's
yeah.
interesting because I am starting to see a lot of people, a lot of things and events popping up on Facebook around the
Mm.
Lionsgate portal and, celebrations and different ritual kind of events and things
Mm.
as well. So everybody's really jumping on and making the most of the energies leading up to that portal. What about
Yeah,
afterwards?
absolutely.
How long have we got to work with the energies after the portal?
I think like anything, it's the energy when it's building. is stronger because it's building. And then it's a bit like if you think about the moon, the phases of the moon, you know, as it you get a new moon where it's dark and then it's a slither and then it slowly builds up and then we get that big beautiful full moon and everyone's like, oh wow, and then it just slowly dissipates back to the dark moon and then, you know, we go through that cycle again. So I don't think there's a time frame because when you're working with energy, it depends on the impact that it's had on you in the first place as to how long it's going to, the resonance is going to sort of hang around. And it could be different for everyone, I think.
That's true. And I wanted to ask you as well, thank you for that. That is very, very helpful. And I'm excited that I'm actually kicking off again that Abundance Accelerator 30-day container the day after the portal.
Yeah,
So we'll be able to piggyback from that energy and carry that
yeah,
forward with
that's
our
right.
manifesting daily practices as we
Yeah.
go through that. And I know you were a member last year, and I appreciate you popping in to help us understand what's happening again this year. So there are, from what I hear, a lot of amazing and unique things happening in our astrology, planetary alignments that we haven't seen in our lifetime. Would you be able to explain just a little bit about that so that we can understand what's happening and how that
About
might be
what's going
unique to
on.
us? Yeah, yeah.
I think at the beginning of the year, we had a planetary alignment that I thought was quite fascinating because we had Venus and Mars, we had Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, and Jupiter. So we had 6 planets that were basically visible rather than, well, I shouldn't say in alignment, but they were visible. They were at the very beginning of the year. And there was a big deal made out of it, which because whenever there's something unusual in the sky, that's when everyone goes, oh, wow, you know.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about those 6 planets was that Venus and Mars only go retrograde roughly every 2 years. And they went retrograde this year. So that was sort of like they're going, hey, look at us, we're about to come and affect you. Then Jupiter and Saturn changed sign, and so did Neptune and Uranus. So all the planets that were going to have an impact on us became visible at the beginning of the year and showed themselves, which I thought was fascinating. You know, um, so with Jupiter changing sign, that's really lovely because it's actually moved into a sign that it loves to be in. It's very comfortable in Cancer. So that's sort of in general having a lovely impact on the economy and on abundance because Jupiter is the great benefic. So really great helpful energy around Lionsgate. And Saturn has moved into Cancer. Now Saturn's hard work, into Aries, and Saturn's hard work. Saturn doesn't like to be in Aries because Aries likes to move quickly and Saturn likes to take its time and get things right. So that can be a little bit challenging. But then we've got Neptune in Aries, which is kind of like the spiritual warrior, that sort of energy. And then we've had Uranus just move into Gemini. So that's lots of flashes of insight, you know, really wanting to share a lot of information and a lot of speed with information, you know, which you can see is happening now anyway with technology. You know, we can get information at the tip of our fingers, and with the evolution of AI, I think that's just going to get even quicker and
Even,
quicker.
yes, like a
Yeah,
flash.
yeah. Yeah, so different energies are going to affect different people, but I think that overall, it's the overall message for humanity is there's lots of change, and there has been lots of change this year, and there's more change coming. You know, so it's up to us to embrace it and use it for good.
So if anybody would like to get their own personal chart done with you so that and a proper reading so that they can understand
Yep.
how these unique changes are really going to affect them and how can they make the most of the energies, you know, in their
Yep.
life. can
Yeah.
they contact you for that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So
They can.
we'll pop
Through my website,
through your
pretty much.
website.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll pop that
Yeah.
link in the comments if anyone would like to
Okay. Thank
see
you.
you for a personal and very comprehensive understanding of how to make the most of these really unique energies in a very
Mm,
unique time on our planet. It's a very, very
mm.
exciting time. I can feel, excitement in the air. I think we really need more of that in our life. And I appreciate you
Mm.
very much, Kim. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
spending the time and really explaining those things to us. And